Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I am going to be showing you a chess game that I have just played on the chessup 2011 account as Black, where I played against a chess player who is 1876, who I was 151 elo higher than, where I was able to play a pretty good opening in a very weird French. I was able to play very well in the middle game and ultimately seal the deal in the end game. Let's go. So my opponent plays e4, and I play the French defense, and already on move 2, my opponent really surprises me by playing this move. It's a book move, but it's very rarely seen, and I actually play in an accuracy because I don't know how to play against it, but my thought here was if he takes, which is what he does, I can take back with the bishop, and I have a nice position anyway, and if he does this, which is like the best move here, then we just get back into my theory, which I know very, very well, and I'm going to be happy. Computer says c5 is the best move here to kind of stop this, because now this would maybe like do something like this, and then yeah, here you're going to be very, very happy. But d5 is fine. Here he takes, instead of trying to play into my theory with d4, I take back with the bishop, developing very simply. Knight f3 is played, we develop our knights, white's going to expand in the center. I play h6 here to kind of just prevent this move from ever coming in. I don't know, computer says it's not the best move, but it makes the most sense to me. Bishop d3 is played. We are, by the way, you have 10-second increment in this game, so of course, here in the opening, we're both just kind of making very quick moves. We are doing good on time. I played b6. After thinking for about 20 seconds, because I think I was either thinking about b6, or I was also thinking to maybe play knight d7 and try to go for this. But instead, I was like, I don't know, if I go for this, these plans are basically interchangeable, and I don't know, I just decided to try to develop the bishop first. Here he played c4, which is not accurate, because now after bishop b7, I just have the strong diagonal, and you cannot play c5. Now see here, oh, this is another reason why I didn't play b6. I thought that if this, then he could probably play c4, because he would maybe want to play c5, but instead he plays c4 over here. And now I just decide to develop my bishop. He develops his knight, and I develop my knight to b7. I didn't really want to castle yet because I didn't want to commit my king yet. Because I thought if I castled right now, he could maybe do something like this, castle long, and I don't know, that position just seemed kind of scary to me. So I wasn't trying to castle. Also right now, there's not really any need to castle because the king isn't under any attack, and it's, I thought, just much more beneficial to develop pieces and be happy. Now he castles. Now after he castles, I decide to castle because it's safe. And here I thought my position is just pretty nice. And I'm going to try to play this position for a win, as you will see later in the game. Here he plays rook e1. Inaccuracy, but it's also like objectively a good move. The only reason why this is an inaccuracy is because he had a better move. This was apparently better, which makes sense because now if he's going to get my bishop, and it also doesn't feel right to go back here, right? Because now he's going to get like stuff like this, and it just doesn't seem like good, you know? Like, it doesn't seem like what you would want to do. Instead, I just decided to play rook e8 here. Actually, I'm not really so sure why I didn't play c5. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't want to lash out immediately, but I think this move didn't even come to mind for some reason. Maybe I thought that this would be fine, but no, because yeah, I mean here you just go take 6, and now you play like here and rook e1 or something like that, right? Actually, not queen c, because then this, but okay. Yeah. Instead, we get rook e1. The knight comes into e4, and if this player was like 100 elo, maybe above me even, if this player was like a 2200 right now, what I would have done probably is go just trade everything and try to draw with the black pieces here. But instead, right, I decide to keep the game going simply because I want to play for the win, because I'm not trying to draw. If I draw, then I lose a bunch of elo. I mean, not a bunch, I lose 3 elo, but still, I'm not trying to draw. I'm really not trying to draw. So instead, I go here. Because I don't want him to take my bishop, and I'm just going to create a little bit of other threat, and then I'm going to try to play like a move like c5, and maybe be able to take, I don't know, something like that, right? Actually, bishop f8 here was a little bit better. This move just didn't really come to mind, because I think that I wanted to create a threat or something. I don't know. Bishop f8 is also probably, again, was also probably a very fine move. After bishop e4, he simply plays bishop d2. I thought I have to take, because I mean, yeah, it's just like a fine move. And now I play queen e7. I don't think I wanted to play c5 here yet, because I thought now the knight comes in here, and it's a fork. And I thought even though I could maybe do something like this, he can take, and I calculated here that he's just going to be able to bring the knight back out. And even though he has these double pawns, I don't really have enough counterplay against the king. So instead I decided to play queen e7, so now that doesn't happen. And after, oh my god, how do I disable these arrows? No, I actually need to do that. How do I disable the arrows? I really don't want, like, the computer keeps making arrows for me. Okay, whatever. I guess we're gonna have to live with arrows. Alright, let's go. But here he plays rook a to d1. Very simple. You're just trying to build up in the center. You're like just making a bunch of improving moves. I put my rook to d8. And after queen c2, finally, the move c5 is on the board. Now, it looks maybe a little scary after this and takes. But in reality, because, like, you know, the knight is here. But in reality, there's no good discovered checks for black here. And if takes, I can take back with the queen. And then, I don't know, after something like this, of course, I'm just up a pawn. Actually, no. Because here, oh yeah, because here you have, I couldn't take there because then there would be this, and then this. But, I don't know, I'd be able to then do something, probably. Okay, whatever. Instead, he decides to take on c5. And this is bad, because after knight takes c5, you can't really take this knight, which is what he does. Because now, if you take the knight, I take here. And after takes and takes, you have double pawns. And now, I have something good to play for in the position. Here you have to go here, but also this doesn't look good because now I have my queen here, I have my bishop here, I have tons of pressure. The computer says that this is right, but then I can already do something like this, and I mean, here, yeah, let's just say like here, I just have a nicer, easier to play position with a bishop for a knight and active rook. So, I guess you would rather have the isolated, well, they are actually isolated double pawns. Here actually was also better to take like this, but I thought taking with the queen to, like, you know, get my queen here. He plays king h1 to try to get the rook here. Now I actually play queen h5, inaccurate. I had to go here and try to bring my other rook into the game, which actually makes a little bit more sense, because as you can see later, my queen isn't really able to do anything much here, but I'm still able to bring help like this. I play queen h5. The queen comes to e2. Of course, you've got to defend the pawn. I actually missed this move. I thought here that for sure he's either going to play this, which is also fine, or he's going to play this, which I thought maybe is also probably going to be fine, because if I take, like, black is just fine here. He's going to take back with the queen, and I lose my, like, all of my advantage. Instead, I decide to play e5. e5 is a move that in the future, I will try to play e4, which right now looks bananas, but in the future, possibly he won't be able to take, because I'm going to be able to take the queen. And that actually does happen in the future. Now notice, my opponent here still has 14 minutes left on the clock. And it's been 20 moves. And each move, he gets 10 seconds. So he's only spent about like 3 minutes in this position. Me, on the other hand, I've spent like 8 minutes. Because I still have 11 minutes left. My opponent here, in 8 seconds, plays rook g1. And here, I think that my opponent's biggest problem is that he tries to play too fast. He really does try to play too fast. You've got to take time, man. You've got to take time. Like, see, I'm better because I'm spending time. Like, I spent a whole minute, over a minute on rook d4. If I hadn't spent any time, I would have maybe played something dumb like this and just trying to trade and maybe thinking that this endgame would be better for me, which it isn't. Like, I mean, gotta take time. If you're gonna play like that, you gotta play like 10-minute or even blitz. You've got to take time. That's just my point. You've got to take time. Now I play rook d4. Very strong move, just trying to bring the rook over here. It looks like the idea is to bring the rook over here, but that's not only it. The idea is, I mean, there's not even a set idea. I have a lot of different ideas here. Maybe I will double up. Maybe I'll put the rook here to put pressure on this. I mean, it's an interesting position. He plays rook g2 here. Actually, after like 30 seconds of thought. Here, the best move is actually to already, you've got to give up this pawn, which I actually thought was probably the best move for him, because the idea is now I'm going to be up a pawn. But I'm up a pawn, but like I thought, let's say just bishop here. You have a bishop for a knight, and these pawns are doubled, and I thought I'm probably going to be winning here, because I have a pretty active rook and a decent knight, but it's not like completely winning. It's still kind of tricky. Instead, he plays rook g2. Excellent move. See, when he spends time, you make excellent moves, but when you don't spend time, you make inaccuracies. I just have to double up. Now, my idea here is this. So basically, I thought if he did nothing, I'm going to be able to play this. And then if he takes, I have takes, and takes. So he's got to do something. Instead here he plays the bishop to c2. Now this move of course doesn't work, because now you go take. And I don't know, now just, this is what I saw. I saw this. And I didn't even think I could take this pawn because, oh no, but then I have this. Okay, and whatever, like the position is okay. I'm still like, I'm not up a pawn, but like I have a lot of pressure. But it's interesting because black is also maybe starting an attack on my king. Instead, I decide to go take, bishop takes, and now the move e4 comes into play. Idea being, if this I'm able to take here with my rook, and now I'm going to be up a bishop, but not only that, I'm going to take your queen because this is a check. If you sacrifice, I'm going to go here and like, I don't know, I could even go like this and then just like win the endgame. I'm going to be able to win the game. Instead, he plays rook g1. And I'm down to 6 minutes on the clock. I'm not necessarily in time trouble yet, but I'm kind of getting there. I decide to take on e3, f3. And here I missed that my opponent, after queen e7, here I thought that I can just play like this and be fine. But if this, you can take, which I missed. I completely missed here that this is a blunder because you can take. But here I have a winning idea, which I find. The move here to win the game is rook takes on d1. You've got to take back. Also, I mean, you just lost the bishop. And the point is not to go here, because this isn't going to be a mate, because the right rook can come here. And, I mean, the game goes on, but it's interesting. The point is, you bring in the knight. The knight, the hero of the game, comes in, and you're threatening this. But not only that, because if white tries to defend it, first of all, you can take on f2. I thought you could maybe play here too. Wait, hold on. Why doesn't this work? This doesn't work because queen c8. Oh, queen c8, queen f5 and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. But the thing is also, if queen this, you also have a fork. It's absurd. And I find it. But it's still a little bit tricky for me to win here. I'm kind of low-ish on time. Actually, not really. 450 is a bunch of time left, but rook d8 comes in. King h7, only move. I mean, literally only move. This is the only move I could make. He plays h4 here because he doesn't want to stop this. once again here, this wouldn't work. Because, first of all, I thought I could just do like something like this. And then here, I didn't even calculate the rest because I thought I'm for sure winning. I'm going to come in here. I mean, yeah, I'm just winning there. Instead, after h4, I make a move that I am kind of mad about. Here, I could just take here. And I think I decided against this because I didn't see that this was winning. I don't know, somehow I didn't evaluate this as winning. Even though after king e3 I'm going to win the queen. And if this, obviously I go push and push. I don't even know what I miscalculated. Instead here, I play this move inaccuracy. And this is an inaccuracy pretty much only because here, the move queen c7 or queen d6 can be played. And here, what I thought would happen is I would do this and go checkmate him. But here, I missed that now the white queen can come back. And he doesn't even do that because we both miss queen c7. He plays rook d4 and queen g3. He resigns because this is an unstoppable mate pretty much. I mean, okay, so you can go here, queen e4, and then you're gonna get mated. But still, I kind of messed. I'm pretty upset about knight f6. Like, I mean, yeah, queen c7. Even it still looks winning because after queen h4 here, or not sorry, queen h4 you come back. This position looks fine, but still, I'm giving black a little bit of life because now the queen comes here, for example. Maybe I come in here, and it's a little bit tricky for me to win. Yeah, so this game I play at 89% accuracy with a kind of fake brilliant move. Honestly, this move isn't that brilliant. It's kind of like an only move, but a win is a win. I am back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.